TVs across the country crackle to life as the Forceblade Punk's theme music starts to play and the announcer's voice rings out. Good evening, Hunter fans and Prey fanatics. Welcome back to Season 22 of Forceblade Punks. Tonight's episode, episode 14, promises excitement, adrenaline, and of course, a healthy dose of violence. Don't change the channel because we promise you don't want to miss this. And then the announcement comes in. You love them, you hate them, or maybe you love to hate them. Let us introduce this evening's criminal prey. First up, in his second appearance of the season, we have Cook. Crimes include conspiracy to commit murder, being an accomplice to murder, covering up murder, and actual murder. His weapon of choice, a fancy knife set. Back for her third episode this season, we have Remedy. Her crimes include drug dealing, illegal dosing, drugging minors, public indecency, and her weapon of choice are drugged smoke bombs. New for this episode, or first appearance for this season, we have Moss. His crimes include mass murder, theft, bioweapon engineering, and drug trafficking. Weapon of choice, poisonous spores. Back for her second appearance, and of course, not to be turned down when her greatest love, Sunshine, is on the field, we have Bubbles. Her crimes include kidnapping, robbery, criminal impersonation, reckless endangerment, and her weapon of choice, Bubbles, made of acid. Also this evening, we have 12 o'clock. His crimes include kidnapping, infanticide, mutilation, and escaping prison. His weapon of choice, jaws of steel. Thank you, I'm proud of that one. Also, back this evening for her second appearance of the season, we have Serena. Her crimes include murder, coercion, scuttling, cannibalism, and her weapon of choice is a hypnotic song and, of course, teeth and claws. We also have Argus. Their crimes include assisted suicide, running a cult, impersonating a network official, and theft. Their weapon of choice, confusion. It's hard to tell where their eyes are, and it makes them hard to kill. And we have Bats. Bats' crimes include breaking and entering, destruction of property, destruction of burial sites, theft of artifacts, and her weapon of choice, a swarm of bats. And back yet again, reappearing, reanimated, and always loved, we have Patches, former hunter who failed to meet quota, whose weapon of choice is teeth, claws, and sometimes a hammer. And joining us for the second episode this season, we have Revenant. Her crimes include murder, torture, abduction, and of course, being a member of the Assassin's Guild. And her weapon of choice, shrapnel knives. Now, I'm sure you are all wondering, where in the world are we taking all of these criminals and our hunters? Well, the answer is simple. A cave. And who are those punk hunters tonight? Well, allow us to introduce your roster. Joining us this evening in a rare appearance and his first of the season, we have Chuckles. Chuckles joined in season 13, has a whopping 6,237 career kills. And a fun fact about Chuckles, Chuckles wears bells to give prey a warning and a fighting chance. Weapon of choice, claws and teeth. Also joining us for her first season 22 episode as a hunter, we have Kitten. She, of course, joined back in season 15, and her career kills are 4,512. Fun fact is, her whole hunter team was found dead and the crime has never been solved. Her weapon of choice, bladed brass knuckles. Hysteria is back for yet another episode. She has a whopping 6 season kills. And her weapon of choice is a bow staff with a hidden blade and recently upgraded stun blast. Joining us for their second episode this season, Sunshine, who has no kills and no tags and is therefore currently on quota. Will he make it out, or will he become the next prey? We'll see if his sunblade throwing discs are enough to get him through tonight. And finally, new for the season, dear to your hearts, we have Supernova. Her season kills are 1 so far, and her weapon of choice, a supersonic scream. And that is what you are all looking at this evening. The camera cuts back to the green room where all of our hunters enter.
I would like to note that Hysteria has a tray of cookies. They are flame shaped and have been iced to look like Fireball's icon.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
she puts them on the table and looks around and be like, I have tested these and they are as good as I can make.
Malady will absolutely take a cookie, and she looks a little sad about it.
Hysteria's going to hold out her hand to Malady. Look, I would like to put the past in the past.
I would like that too. Great.
Okay, I'll take a cookie. If not in memory, in what's good for a snack, you know?
Supernova takes a cookie. And yeah, she'll hold it up when she sees that everyone has like a cookie, even if Kitten doesn't. And yeah, painful over shameful. For Fireball.
For Fireball.
Fireball.
For Fireball.
Yeah, Kitten's just kind of sitting in the corner watching. Chuckles hasn't come in yet. They don't let him in too early.
That's true.
Fair enough.
So Hysteria finishes that loving toast, and then Malady says, well, hunters, we have one of those unique arenas tonight where you will only discover as you explore. So we wish you luck out there finding your way through the caverns. And might I suggest looking for a light? And then they're going to open the door to let in Chuckles for the final bit.
Chuckles comes in. He does have to like duck and like slide sideways to get through the door. His big shoulders. I think a guard probably comes in first with like a heavy chain, and then there's 2 more behind so they can kind of control him from 3 angles, even though he's never once tried to break free. And then they unchain him and he kind of like shakes off and you can hear the bells jingle. And he's gonna look at Malady and kind of like nod his head, say, hello, little bird.
Hello, Chuckles. We're happy to see you this evening. As always, I would like to ask if you want to make any alterations or use any of your glory.
Just shakes his head. And then he takes a step forward towards you and just like takes a huge sniff of you, like, and he kind of stares at you like he's studying you for a second.
Malady is definitely used to this and just takes it.
Yeah. He's definitely looking at you like he's thinking hard about something. Like he's looking through you for a second.
I'm going to hold up a cookie. Chuckles, would you like a cookie?
He'll like very delicately take it but then he does not eat it because it's not meat.
100% understand.
He just like holds it for a second and then sort of gets it off camera.
Sunshine is like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like, I can have another one.
And just comes in and takes it off the table.
Amazing.
Perfect.
And then he's gonna look at you, Hysteria, and he's gonna like lean forward and stare at you too. He doesn't smell you the way he did with Malady, but he gives you that same stare, and he tips his head, and he says, "Hello, little hurricane, or not."
Perhaps hurricane is no longer accurate, but I am still me.
You are half you.
I am half the calm at the center of the storm now.
Almost scarier.
There is no wind there. You still have wind.
Perhaps we will discover how much wind I have together once again.
I enjoy that everyone else is like, what the heck is Chuckles saying? And Hysteria is like, oh no, I speak this crazy. Yes.
Somehow Amber just does, though. Like, I was reading everything you wrote, Kane, and I was like, no, this makes perfect sense to me.
Not
And
at
I was
all.
like, everything that was Chuckles, I read it. And I could. I was like, it just clicks. I don't know. I don't know. But we also discovered we liked the same books as children, so maybe we just have similar brains. So,
All right. So once those introductions are over, you are all taken to the transport that will take you to the arena. And when it loads,
I will say throughout,
Mhm.
Supernova is doing something that she normally doesn't, which is warming up.
Oh.
She made a promise to somebody. She's gonna keep it.
Chuckles looks uncomfortable.
I'm gonna like bop my head along. I'm assuming it's a vocal warm up, or is
Yeah,
it
it's I can't do that in an accent.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
It might be because the
We've all
transport
taken
all, or it could be because of the warm up. He just doesn't look comfortable.
some of those guys. My
Yes.
favorite.
Hysteria sits quietly. But she's looking very fondly at you, Supernova.
All right. So you are dropped at the entrance to the cave. And as soon as you guys are standing there, the game begins.
I have a question.
Yes.
It has been established previously that hyenas are nocturnal and Chuckles can see in the dark.
Yes.
So can he see in the dark?
Yes, he can see in the dark. So you wouldn't need Chuckles would not need light
Okay.
to see things. But would still not necessarily know
Yeah.
where everything is going.
Can he try to smell to see? Because Chef looked like his knives had like old blood on them. Can he see if he can scent that and smell where not Chef Cook,
Ooh.
where Cook is?
Smell where Cook is. Okay, all right. I'm into that. That is an intriguing idea. I'm willing to let you make that your role.
Is that a one die or three?
Uh that'll just be one die. It'll be your action, but it'll just be one.
Ah, no, that was a two. He probably cannot.
No, he unfortunately cannot tell where Cook
Must
is.
have cleaned his knives.
All right. Anybody else ready to go?
Yeah, Sunshine has a lot riding on this one, so he's just gonna start walking inside and just kind of go and just like as he's going, just try to stick to a wall of some kind. Maybe kind of hold out a hand to the right and just feel the
So
wall
when you
a
walk
little bit.
in, you see a chamber off to your right and a path off to your left. Which way does Sunshine go?
Chamber.
All right. So you walk into this chamber. There is just enough light coming in from outside that this is what you can see is a small little chamber there. Um, and sitting in the center of that chamber on the floor is Patches.
I mean, we should just let Sunshine kill Patch.
Yes, Sunshine kill Patches.
Yep. Sunshine, do it.
Immediately.
Do it.
Immediately doesn't even hesitate, just pulls out his blades and is just like running full speed, like not even any like no pause, no nothing, just sees Patches and just absolutely not, just runs at him.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll your 3d6 for me here, Sunshine.
4-3-2.
Well, you got one hit, so you can do
Yeah.
one damage, but it is
Delightful.
both painful and shameful.
Yeah, like I'm just not thinking about it, and one of them just flies out of my hand as I'm swinging, like I don't have a grip on it, I think.
Yes.
And it like hits my foot or something like that. It like hits me, like, and I'm just that's just what's going on with me regularly. So you said, am I rolling to hit or something? I don't remember.
So no,
Sorry.
that was your roll to hit. So you did hit.
Perfect.
Uh,
I got my one hit.
and then Patches.
Yeah, like I got both of them, but one of them just slipped out, and I just went,
Yeah, well.
I guess, but I hit one time, so
Patches growls and attacks the blade that fell on the ground as if it is the enemy that tried to get him. It goes really well for him.
You love your Patches.
it goes well. Good. You really got it.
And now we are going to move on to our next person. So that was Sunshine. Hysteria?
I'm gonna probably hear/see Sunshine just charge at Patches and be like, I will let them handle that. I'm going to twist my weapon to the stun, like hit the button that makes it stun, so that way technically it lights up green.
Okay.
And I will begin to. Can I stealthily creep to the left?
Yes, you can. You can stealthily creep to the left. And hang on, I gotta see. Okay. So you creep here and you sort of find this little alcove. And then you keep moving along the
And I
tunnel.
don't see anybody in the alcove. It's all clear.
No, you don't see anybody. And then you get to a diverging set of paths where there is like a hill incline going up, or you can continue along the path.
I will. Gonna see, like, as I'm adjusting to the dark and have my tiny bit of glowing, if I have any feelings one way or another, or maybe if I smell anything or hear anything.
Okay.
Using my
Go
new
ahead and roll.
location.
Yeah, roll 1d6 for me.
It's a 3.
No,
Okay.
you don't smell. I guess maybe you hear the sound of lapping water, but you can't tell where it's coming from
Okay. Well,
because it's
I'll
like
go.
echoing around the cavern.
Okay, I'll go to the left. Still creeping along
So
carefully,
still
trying.
creeping along the path, not going up.
No,
the
going up.
incline. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
up the incline. Yep.
Okay.
I'll stick towards the wall just because I don't want to like
So-
walk into a lake by accident in the middle of a room.
You go up the incline, you stick to the wall, and what you come to is you see a very, very narrow tunnel. This would require you to really crawl through, making it especially difficult to have your bow staff at the ready. Although I suppose you could still poke it out and shock.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm, sure.
All right.
I'll have it in front of me and be ready to try and poke something if I come across it. The way I'm gonna move about into this tunnel is gonna be poke, poke, and then move. Poke, poke, and then move.
All right. So you poke your way through the tunnel, and then you come out into this area. And as soon as you, so you're stealthy as in you are quiet, but your light is giving you away.
Yeah.
Because it counteracts your stealth in this moment.
Which does make sense.
So because your light is in front of you when you come out, I need you to roll 1d6 for me.
5.
5. Okay. So you come out into this alcove and you hear an absolutely gorgeous voice say, "Oh, well, it's so lovely to see you. Come here." And you don't feel a need to come closer at all, and or listen to anything that Serena says as she sits here in this little alcove, water dripping down the cavern walls and over her skin.
So she's wet right now.
She is wet right now.
And I have electricity.
This whole cavern is wet right now.
Well, I'll have to be careful about not electrocuting myself. But I'll say I don't really want to get close to you. And so is the tunnel high enough up? Is it wet? Like if I can I stab some water that would then carry electricity if I am not standing in it?
So I would say the whole floor of this area is wet.
Okay.
And you can hear even louder water coming from somewhere.
Okay.
So it's going to be really difficult to stab it. We're going to say that like if you did it, you definitely could, but it would probably be painful for you no matter what you end up rolling.
Okay. Is there any light other than my stun right now?
No, there's no other light.
Okay.
Your green electricity reflects off of her eyes in a sort of feline manner, but there is no external source of light here.
Well, I guess I'll keep the stun on, but I'll hit the other blade side so the blade comes out, and I'll move to attack with the blade.
All right, go ahead and roll for me.
All right. Come on, some dice. Got a 2, a 1, and a 5.
Okay. So do you want to hit her?
Yes.
I assume. Okay.
And I'll take 1 pain and 1 shame for now.
Yeah. So you do hit her. You slice her side open with the blade, and she screams. And her scream echoes through the cavern. So everybody else, you hear a scream. I need you to roll 1d6 again, Fitzsimmons.
Okay. Another 5.
Okay.
Okay, I'm only using this dice. We'll try the other ones later. Okay.
And so you again resist her song. But because you came up to her, she can reach you with her claws. And so she does move forward to attack you.
Okay.
And that is going to be 1 damage, which you soak.
Yep.
All right, and we'll leave you in that lovely cavern, and we'll pop back out to Chuckles.
Chuckles is gonna just head off to the right,
Okay.
and then go down. Uh,
Okay.
Yep, right there.
And go down these steps.
Yep, jingling away.
Oh, no, I went too far. All right.
And just see if anyone's in this big room.
Yeah. So Chuckles
room.
finds
It's a big room
a
for a
big
fight in.
room that has closed doors, 2 closed doors in it. And also you can see a shelf with a whole bunch of flashlights on it.
Okay, they're all turned off.
Yeah, they're all turned off.
Awesome.
But Chuckles can see in the dark. Also in here, I'm gonna roll because they would have heard Chuckles coming.
Oh, absolutely.
Chuckles gets hit for 1 damage and will take an additional poison damage next round as he inhales in some spores from Moss, who he can see. And
Wow, that means I don't have to worry about opening a door.
Also in here is Argus, and but the confusing eyes don't seem to affect Chuckles at all.
Okay, which one is closer to me?
As you came right down the stairs, Argus would have been standing in front of you. Moss is sort of down where those, like, the shelves are at the far end.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna lunge immediately at Argus because he's right there.
Yeah, do it.
Geez, that's 2 3s and a 1.
All right.
So,
Rough start, Chuckles.
and he doesn't have the hit on 3, so he's just gonna get hurt.
Yep. That's okay. It happens sometimes. And that's where we'll leave Chuckles. When Chuckles makes the attack, obviously you guys see it on screens, and you can also hear it echoing through the cave.
I have a
Yes.
So, where are the screens in the cavern, and are they also providing light then, technically?
So there's a screen near you where you are that lights up. So like when you, so like when you are right there, it would light up and then it would disappear.
Everyone gets blinded. Yeah. And then
son of a
They're set on a very low setting.
Yeah. Okay.
Does the screen show both prey in it?
So no, it wouldn't, because it would just be your fight. Yeah. And so imagine it's like a little drone that follows you with a screen. We're gonna say probably
okay, 10-4.
Yeah. So you have a little drone that follows you with a screen, and it shows only combat. So you see Sunshine fight, you see Chuckles fight, you see Hysteria fight. And Supernova, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. She
You
had
don't
one idea.
know where there's light, so
Yeah. She's following the jingling.
Okay. So you just follow Chuckles?
Yep, I'm following Chuckles.
This is a choice you've made. You also come down the stairs with Chuckles, and I need you to actually it'll and tell me about your mask.
So it's a full mask, and the mouth area is actually an amplifier.
Yes, okay. But it stops you from breathing in anything, nose or mouth.
Correct.
Okay, great. Just making sure. So you are not affected by the spores. But I do need you to roll 1d6 to see if you are affected by Argus's mini eyes.
6. I got a 6.
Hey, you are not affected by Argus's mini eyes. So you don't find yourself lost or poisoned. You do, on your screen, see Chuckles attack somebody.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, you can't really see much at all.
Great. Okay.
So you hear the sound of Chuckles attacking someone, and you saw a brief flash of Argus's many eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. The rest of this is actual darkness, and in front of you are stairs. What do you want to do?
Sorry, Chuckles. If I know there's prey in there,
Don't be sorry to him.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry to you.
You already saw how he reacted to your voice.
She's throwing out a wave just to kind of put them in pain, not to actually. She knows he's in there, but at the same time, she doesn't know anything about hyenas.
I love Supernova so much. This is going to be so easy for Damien to turn around. Please keep going.
Yeah. But no, she effectively like a dog whistle is what she's kind of doing. That's the best I can say. I'm just like, dude, no, Supernova, you're gonna hurt yourself. But let's go.
All right, go ahead and roll.
2, 5, and a 3.
A 2, a 5, and a 3. So are you trying to hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do. I mean, it's your voice. So you do 1 damage to Argus. Okay. You don't have multiple targets, so it'll just be him.
Good.
Oh no, it's a 5. And you have crit on a 5. So you could hit both of them, or you could do 2 damage to Argus.
Let's do 2 damage to Argus.
Okay. So you do 2 damage to Argus. But it is painful to you and shameful to you. And the shame is that it's painful to Chuckles. Not enough to injure Chuckles. You crit. It's enough to injure Chuckles. Chuckles takes the damage. Sorry, Chuckles.
Sorry.
He has already taken 4 damage.
No, 3.
No, 4 on his next turn.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 4 on his next turn.
Supernova doesn't know.
Supernova doesn't know.
So it's killing after the bell or any hunter in the ring?
Oh, it's killing after the bell. Hunters could kill hunters. It is failing to meet quota. It is killing after the bell. There has been no rule about hunters killing. There are rules about prey killing prey, which is maybe what you're thinking about. Prey is not allowed to kill other prey, or they get immediately eliminated.
Because he won't break a rule, but also he is from the Boss Hog era.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hunters killing hunters, not a problem. In the arena. Boss Hog killed people at a party.
And Supernova doesn't understand the hyenas.
No, I love Supernova. Please keep going. We're really into this.
Kitten. No, but she was a fan. She would have seen him.
No, but she was a... So Dire King is, she's very specifically like a fan of like Shiner and Princess.
Shiner, Princess, Red Dame, Bride are her top.
And Princess is absolutely never allowed in the arena with Chuckles.
Bride canonically has been in the arena with him several times.
I'm going to say Bride has, I think.
Because they like putting her in that white dress in the bloodbath episodes. Gets ratings.
So you would have seen Chuckles maybe a couple times in a Bride episode, but
yeah,
Chuckles doesn't
but
really
she doesn't understand how he works. She doesn't, and I'm so sorry.
Okay,
to be 19 again.
Next, Kitten. Where do you want to go?
forgot that was me for a second. Okay,
Mhm.
so Kitten would have, as soon as they got into the cave, immediately, like, seeing clocked patches when not a threat, immediately have closed her eyes really hard for seveal moments.
Yes, this
Um,
tracks. Go ahead and
to,
roll me 1d6. I like that.
oh, okay, that's a 4.
Yes. So you are able to close your eyes and adjust quite well. You can't see very far, but you can see your immediate surroundings.
Okay. Um, she she is going to head um in the direction it's okay, that little area like right up straight forward. Is that like a little
This?
area? Because I don't have the map out when I have her.
Yes.
She's gonna head that way because I feel like that would immediately like she knows two people went off to the right. She knows one person went to the left, so she's gonna head up that way because
Yeah.
it probably looks a little the darkness probably looks a little bit lighter.
Yep. So she
And
heads up
she's gonna
this
walk.
direction.
She's trying to be very quiet, keeping one hand like kind of on the wall because she can feel that it's a small area.
Okay. So she heads up this direction and actually comes to this little chamber. Um, and as soon as she gets in the chamber, a door shuts behind her.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she's
Uh,
immediately gonna
and
go.
and
Go
there's a
ahead.
door on the other side too. So now go ahead and roll your 3d6 for me. She can't see anybody in here right now. There's no
Uh,
one close enough.
I'm attacking the door. That is a 3, a 5, and a 2.
Okay. Um, so you are successful in your like being sneaky, getting in here without anybody really realizing you're here.
Okay.
Um, but it's just a little bit shameful how she does it. But she hits on a 3, so it's not painful.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, when the door shuts behind
Or
her,
maybe
she
it's painful. Kitten is probably in the pain over shame
I was
category.
actually gonna ask you, you think after being prey that she's still in that, or is she about survival?
Uh, I think because she went down to pray for failing quota,
Uh-huh.
she's not worried about death.
Okay.
She's worried about being prey.
Yeah. Well, I got no one can see her. It's dark.
Yeah. So
I was gonna have her take shame so she didn't die, but okay.
uh she can't see anybody, nobody can see her. But the door does sort of make a sound when it shuts.
Okay.
Uh and she hears a little giggle that Kitten will immediately recognize as Bubbles.
Okay.
And Bubbles, you
Were
hear
they
the sound of popping bubbles,
were they
but
friends?
nothing hits you.
Okay. Were they friends? Did they know each other?
They definitely knew each other. And Bubbles is the type of person who like was friendly. Bubbles is very friendly. Now Bubbles thinks that her friends really want to play with her Bubbles, but she is very friendly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's gonna say Bubbles, is that you?
Kitten,
Yeah.
uh, did you want to play catch? Don't you love playing
You.
catch with the Bubbles?
Where are you?
Oh, I'm here.
Has she gotten a pin on her from where she is, like listening to her?
Yeah, I would say that you've got a pretty well. It's bouncing around in here a lot, but you can
Okay,
get
yeah.
a general direction.
Yeah, she's gonna say, did they can they see in the dark? The
No,
prey?
no.
Okay.
Some of them,
Oh,
yes. Argus can see in the dark. And bats can see in the dark, and patches can see in the dark, and crop can see in like some of them because they can
okay.
naturally see in the dark. But no, absolutely, bubbles cannot see in the dark.
I love
But
Patches
she
being able to
says,
see in the dark and sitting in the middle of the light.
uh,
My one advantage gone.
but Bubble says, "Is sunshine here?
Yes. Do you want me to take you to him?
I've missed him so much. Yes.
Okay, come here.
Well, where are you?
Just follow my voice.
And you hear footsteps. Oh no, actually, she is able to follow your voice and comes definitely in view of when you could see her,
Okay,
like
cool. I
with
wanna
your
I
dim
wanna
vision. But her hand, she's definitely like reaching out. Uh,
Okay,
like
cool. Yeah. I wanna stab her.
yes, do it.
She's vicious.
Yes, Kitten is
Not
vicious.
bride.
Hmm.
Ooh, a 4, a 3, and a 1. So
No, she hits on three.
yeah,
So
hit on 3. And do you want her to take harm or shame? I'll let you decide.
um, I think for now she would take the harm.
Okay.
So stabs into bubbles, but miscalculates a little bit, and one of the acid bubbles just like pops
Ah.
and next to her skin for a little bit of burn. Uh,
And she's like, damn it, I can't see you.
yes, that's so good. And Bubbles goes, "Oh, but you stabbed me.
That was you?
That was me." And she
Let me
says,
hug it better.
and she says, "That hurt." But she doesn't care enough to actually attack you.
Okay, cool.
She just says, "Well, now you know where I am. Can you take me to Sunshine?"
Yeah, we gotta get the door open first.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you there. And we're going to bop our way back to Sunshine and your tiny little
Um,
fox.
Sunshine glances up from Patches to see Bubbles getting stabbed and just nice.
Nice.
Good job. And then um kind of looks down at this pitiful thing on the ground and is just like, gotta get my goddamn numbers up some way or another, and just goes in for another couple,
Yeah.
like you'll just see him just like another like one, like tries to like just another one, and while he's down there like grab the other one from the floor where Patches is
Roll your
attacking
3d6.
it. 5, 3, 4.
All
Fantastic.
right. So that's 2 hits.
Two.
Is it going to be shameful or painful?
Um, Shameful. He doesn't. He goes to go for the second one on the ground and just trips
I feel
instead
like
of
it's
picking it up. Just like
painful
kicks it
enough to
across
be
the floor
fighting
slightly
patches.
instead. Yeah. No. Also, it's just shameful that he's missing when he's
All
when he's fighting Patches.
right.
Just the
Um,
heat of embarrassment. Just like, okay.
Patches does manage to bite Sunshine, bite your leg for one.
Fair enough.
All right. Um, and Hysteria, you and our lovely Siren, go ahead and roll 1d6 for me.
That's a 4.
All right. You are still unaffected by her song. You get the first attack.
Okay. Well, I. She opens her mouth pretty like wide, right? To like sing.
Uh, I would say like her song is, yeah, yeah, but not like she's not like singing opera.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious, like, if I can figure out where the song is coming from.
Okay, could you like cut out her voice box?
Yeah.
I'm willing to let you aim for that, but you would need a crit to succeed on cutting the voice box. Otherwise, you're just injuring
Okay. Well, let's find out what happens, kids. 2 6s and a 4.
her. Hey!
This one
All
dice
right.
likes me a lot. The other 2 did okay.
So you do 2 damage, and her song cuts out, so you will no longer have to roll against that.
All right.
Um, I'm gonna write
I know she has
down.
more to hit me with, but
Yes. Oh, yeah, because she's got a lot of teeth and a lot of claws.
yes. I'd like to say as I do that, I'd be like, time to shut up. Because that's not her.
Ooh, she's pissed. Uh, and she crits back on you, which takes up the rest of your soak,
Okay.
and slashes, essentially shredding the armor that you have on. And now we will go to Chuckles and Supernova. Chuckles, your action is technically first.
All right, so he takes another point of harm now or on?
Yes, it's on your turn, so you take that point of harm now.
So he takes another point. It's almost at half health.
But you're no longer poisoned.
That's true. He's no longer poisoned. Um, Hold on. Okay. He is going to continue to attack the person in front of him and not go after the sound
Okay.
for now. So he is just going to lunge again at the person closest to him that he can see.
Okay. Roll for me.
And that is a 2, a 3, and a 4. So he's now at half health.
Yep.
But at least he gets a hit in. Man,
Yes,
I didn't think
he
his first
does.
episode would be his last.
I don't think it will be.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. All right. So you hit Argus. It is their turn. And Moss does nothing. Dire King, I need you to roll 1d6.
5.
5. Okay. You are not affected by Argus's eyes. And Argus fails to physically attack Chuckles. So Argus is like, and can't somehow hit a 7-foot tall hyena. Supernova, you are still in the situation. Man, Chuckles was not quite smart enough to be like, I should turn on a flashlight.
He doesn't need them.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but
And
Yep,
he
sorry.
thinks that someone is attacking him. Why would he give them the gift of sight?
Yeah, that's true. All right, Supernova, what are you doing?
So I can still see Argus.
So you would then again saw Argus's like eyes glint. It only happens when he like tries his power.
Okay. Okay, so now that I know where this asshole is, specialized scream at Argus's glasses specifically.
Okay.
I'm trying to shatter the glasses.
Yep. You can do that if you get a crit.
And she's singing opera
We love it.
because she made a promise.
To Cab.
5,
right?
5, and a 4.
5, 5, and a 4. All right. Yeah, and you crit on a 5, right?
Yes.
So you hit Argus for 2 damage. And you shatter his glasses and he dies. And the screens announce that Supernova has a kill.
I don't know Moss is in the room, so I'm just gonna start.
You do not know that Moss is in the room. Chuckles, you still have Argus in your hands. I don't think Chuckles cares about the tags, but I just want you to know.
Yeah, Supernova wants her tags. She doesn't know where they are.
Are you gonna go for them?
Eventually, just not this turn.
Oh, okay. So that will end that turn. Let's bounce to Kitten, where she is with Bubbles.
Yeah, she just told Bubbles that she needs to help her open the door.
Yes. So that is what you say. Hang on. Let me roll for that. Because Bubbles will agree. She absolutely fell for you, stabbed her by accident somehow. Ooh. Bubbles uses her acid very effectively to open the door.
Okay.
So the acid has like eaten through the handle, and the door is now open.
Awesome.
She still can't see anything. You can still see her, but not very much other than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna guide her out ahead of me and try to backstab her.
Yes. All right. Roll for it.
With six and two twos.
Yeah.
So another harm and another shame.
I mean, it is kind of shameful
It
to
is very
backstab her
shameful.
like this.
It is very shameful.
Uh, she goes, ah, wait, you stab it. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? What is Kitten gonna say?
I don't know. Did Kitten like her?
I would say that Kitten tolerated Bubbles because Bubbles is very cheery and most other
Yeah.
people weren't. So she was never like mean to Kitten or anything like that.
She's gonna very quietly in her ear, because I think what she did was she hooked the claws into her back, and so
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna haul her next to her quietly enough that it cannot be picked up on the cameras, and it's dark enough that no one can read her lips because it's very dark in here.
That is true.
She's gonna pull her close and say, uh, "Sorry, kid, I have someone to get back to."
Ooh, all right. Um, Bubbles is going to hit Kitten in the face with an acid bubble. Uh, and so that is 1 damage. And then she uses that opportunity to like pull out and start scurrying down the hall. So you can't see her anymore yet, but
I
you
can
will be
hear
able
her.
to see her soon. But she diggity dang does scurry down the hall, and that's when we come back to here.
I hear her. I know where she went.
So she delightedly runs into the chamber. Immediately gives like just jumps on Sunshine for like a hug. Um, ooh, and hits you with an acid bubble for 1 damage.
No. My fault for going for this rat bastard instead of uh this annoying child on my back. First things first.
All right, it is your turn. So Bubbles is hugging you from behind and delightedly giggling in your ear, and Patches is still like is growling at you, guarding the one thing that you like. Like that's the deal. Is he attacked you because
He's
he was
just
like,
got it. He's just
this is
got it now.
mine.
He's just got it now. All right.
Correct.
Bubbles is on my back.
Yes.
Sunshine is obviously there's not like a ton of light. Duh. So
No, but
Sunshine
there's
doesn't.
enough here because you guys are right next to the outside.
Yeah, there's like a little bit, so you can like kind of see. So he's just gonna essentially uh try to walk backwards into the nearest wall and kind of like keep her trapped on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And just like kind of shove her against the wall on his back and then quickly like turn around
Okay.
like while she's on there and try to like get himself in front of her with the weapon here to just like get her like
Yeah, roll
kind of
for
move
it.
and like trap her backwards and then just like shove around like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going for it. We're trying. Yeah. 1, 2, 6.
Hey, all
I got
right.
1, 6, but I did also get 1, 1. So
A 1, 2,
you
and a
know,
6. So it hurts
yep,
you. Mostly I think smashing back into
yeah,
the wall. You did not
not
think that through.
not
Uh,
comfortable. My
it's
head probably
painful,
flies backwards a bit.
but it is 2 damage, which guess what?
Nice.
Is enough to kill her. So
Yeah.
you swing back around and you slice across her I think yeah, her chest, and Bubbles just looks at you and goes, "But you were my friend." And then she dies. Are you gonna take her tags?
Absolutely. Done and dusted. Immediately tags are off. I just Thank God she was so goddamn annoying and just puts them on.
All right.
Xander feels bad. You made Xander feel a little bad, but that's okay because Xander's not the one playing the game.
Oh yeah, Sunshine shouldn't feel bad at all. Sunshine
Sunshine
hates
feels
her.
not bad at all.
Kitten is
Sunshine
giving
is
you a death glare.
Sunshine is
Sunshine is
grumpy
just,
old man. Yeah, oh
ugh,
yeah, Kitten's mad, but
she was so annoying.
um Patches is going to do nothing but guard the weapon that he's never gonna let you have back. All right.
Tempted to
So
just let him have it at this point. Anyway.
Hysteria.
Siren only has one health left, right?
No, Siren has 2 health left.
Up. So I critted last time, so I had didn't get 3 hits.
You
'Cause I had-
critted last time, but you only did 1 damage because you took out her voice.
10-4.
Yeah, because like you chose to use your crit for a specific attack instead of for the double damage.
Even
So
though I hit.
she can't sing anymore.
Okay. Because I hit on all 3 dice, but it only counts for 1.
You didn't hit triple sixes.
No, but I had 2 6s and a 4. So do the other 2
Right.
just mean I don't get hurt?
Right. It means you didn't get pain or shame because that's what you
Mm.
assigned them to. So you assigned 1 to hit her. You
Yeah.
used a crit so that you could take out her voice.
Mm,
And then you assigned 1 to not be in pain
Gotcha.
and 1 to not have shame.
okay. I now understand things better because my brain is tired. So
That's
let's hit her
totally
again.
okay. Yeah. If you crit again, it'll be it.
Come on. Well, I got a 6, a 4, and a 2.
Yeah. All right. So you can take pain or shame.
I'll take a pain.
Okay. So you take 1 pain, but that is enough to completely kill Serena. Red Dame may never speak to you again, but
I will finish carving out her voice box and take it with me as well.
I hate that. And I also love it. I assume you're grabbing the tags.
Yes.
Whoa.
And
It's a gift for Red Dame.
carving out the voice box will essentially like take you an extra turn. So I'm going to say for the purposes of this gameplay, it just means that if you move out of here, people will know where you are, because they like if you continue on, prey will be expecting you
Mm.
because they.
Well,
know
maybe
where
then
you
I
are.
won't carve out her voice box. Can I just, how long would it take to just cut her head off?
Well, taking like extra actions, like when you take,
Mhm.
like when you took count stuff, that was your action. You know,
Yeah.
Like this is a
Mm.
similar idea. Which ones keep singing?
I was
I
just
mean-
thinking,
You could take it to. I bet that Smog could make it sing again if that was your goal.
that could be interesting. Not my goal. Do I really want to take extra time? I don't actually think that Hysteria's ever really cared that much about what Red Dame thinks.
You
So,
already made quota. You got the time.
exactly. Yeah, but I don't need something coming for me because,
Because it now knows where you are.
yeah. If I have time later, then I'll come back.
That's fine. Where are you heading? Back the way you came?
No, I'm going to continue on.
Okay. You continue on. You creep, you creep, you creep, you creep.
Yes, I'm
you
stealthing
creep.
again as much as I can.
And this is when you see what you can tell is a body of water below you there on the steps.
Can I get close enough
and-
just to stab it with electricity, but not myself?
Just to stab just this water with electricity, but not
Yeah.
yourself? Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Cool.
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna do
and
it.
roll me your 3d6. Oh, actually, hold, because I will leave you there. I want to make
Okay.
sure that I get around to Supernova and
Yes.
Chuckles.
That's where I'll come next.
Yep, alright. Supernova and Chuckles. So Argus is dead. Chuckles, there are tags. Do you care? I sort of doubt it. You can see Moss in the corner.
I say no. So he doesn't care about the tags, but he did have him.
Yes.
He had grabbed him, probably around the throat. What he is going to do is hurl the body as hard as he can at that shelf of flashlights.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
And then he's gonna, without hesitating, lunge at Moss.
Okay. Lunge at Moss, not
At this
Supernova.
point, he is growling very loudly because he is starting to go into a blood rage because a kill was just sniped from him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not happy.
Go ahead and roll 1d6 for throwing the guy.
That was a 2.
Okay.
I
So
think he would have played it.
you throw the body, and it thumps to the ground. Flashlights clatter, but none of them turn on.
I was trying to break them, so that's okay.
Okay. And now roll 3d6 to attack Moss.
Yeah, you lunge at Moss. A 6, a 4, and a 4.
Hey, all right.
Not anything.
Yeah, absolutely in a blood rage now. Hits Moss for 2 damage.
How close was Moss to the wall?
Pretty close to the wall. Like,
okay, yeah,
like pretty
I
much
think
right at the wall.
Yeah, I think he slams him up against the wall. So part of the 1 point of damage is the claws, and then he's also slamming his spine into the wall.
I'm gonna make a mechanic for Chuckles right now, because I think that he deserves one, and that is that once you hit half health, you crit on 5s.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then that's now.
Yeah, because I feel like that plays into Chuckles' rage, and is kind of a fun, because he'll never spend any boons or anything.
He won't spend any of his boons or his glory.
So he gets this one.
But that does very much go with the blood rage. That's a very barbarian thing.
Moss is going to attack back. Moss is very injured and does not attack back. Nothing happens. He just goes, ugh! And he's not entirely sure what attacked him because Moss does not have night vision or anything like that. He's been here in the dark. Wish that Argus had been nice enough to tell him there were flashlights, but he wasn't. Supernova, what you doing? You hear Chuckles attacking somebody else.
Great. But Argus is now gone, right?
Yes, you saw the announcement that you killed Argus, so you know that happened.
So I know he is dead, but I cannot find the body, right?
Correct. You have no idea where the body is.
Yeah, so effectively,
if you want to try and find the body, you can roll for that.
I'm gonna roll to find the body because I want my tags.
Roll all 3d6.
4, 5, and a 2.
4, 5, and a 2. Okay. So you can find the tags, but it is either going to be shameful or painful. You tell me.
Let's go with painful.
Painful.
I think I'm at full health.
You've taken 1, but
I've taken 1.
2. So yeah, it is you. Essentially, are like crawling around on the floor. Keep running into things, which injures you, but you do eventually find the body on the ground. Because you got a 5, which is your crit. No, that's just with your hits with the weapon. Nope. So you didn't get a crit. You didn't get a 6, right? You got a 5, a 4, and a 1.
5, 4, and a 2.
A 5, a 4, and 2. Yeah. So you didn't crit. So you do not find the flashlight, but you do succeed in finding the tags.
Yeah, taking those tags, and I'm out of here.
Good luck with the getting out of here part.
Yeah, I just don't want Chuckles to kill me. That's all I want right now.
Yep.
I have a question. Did you maybe get hurt because you fell on the stairs?
Yeah,
there we go.
So now you know that there are stairs somewhere. I'm going to make you roll 3d6 again to try and go back the way you came.
2, 2, and a 5.
All right. So it hurts, and it's really shameful, but you do manage to crawl back up the stairs.
Now you fall up the stairs.
Yeah. That's what someone
I'm falling face first into them.
All right. Kitten.
I love it. I love it.
Um, Kitten is death glaring sunshine. Uh,
Mhm.
and has Patches been hit?
Yes, Patches has taken 2 damage.
Okay, great. He's right there.
Yes, he is right there.
So she's gonna yeah, she's gonna swing at him.
All right.
Ooh, 2 1s and a 5.
Well, you hit Patches angrily. Um, it is a little bit shameful because it's always shameful to attack Patches. And it is painful
As
because
it turns out.
Patches is guarding Sunshine's weapon and Kitten has brass knuckles. Bladed, but still brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that sucks. It's fine.
Patches tried to make a move towards Sunshine, so does not attack you this round. And we are back up at the top with Sunshine, where Kitten has just said, I hate you, and is attacking Patches. You
I
have
think
made quota.
I think because it's her, what she probably said was, "That was my kill, motherfucker."
Yes, I think that is accurate.
That seems like a Kitten thing to do.
Mhm.
She'll call you out straight up.
That was your kill, sure, but she thought that we were best friends.
She and I really were friends.
I don't know what to tell you. Stop making friends. He just backs out of the room.
Okay, where are you going?
Down the path the other way. Now that that's happening, he's just like, I'm giving up on all of this. I don't care about that weapon. I am gonna let her have that kill if she really wants it, and just like, I'm done. I got my 1 kill in my tags. I'm gonna go down the other path and try to find some light, hopefully. So he's gonna kind of feel his way down the wall
Like the
like he was
path
doing
that,
before.
like this path that Supernova went down.
Yes, yeah. The path,
Great.
the because instead of going on the path that went to the chamber, so the other path, the way that Supernova went.
Oh, so you ended up here. Can you see that?
Yes.
You are going to go down this way, the way that Supernova went, or you're going to go back up this way, the way Hysteria went?
Um.
The way Supernova went, the way that Chuckles went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that
Great.
yeah, the way that
Roll
Supernova went.
1d6 for me.
You got it. 3.
Supernova, you take 1 damage as he kicks you in the head because he can't see and you're there in the dark.
Yeah. Sunshine is just gonna. What the fuck, mate?
uh, sorry.
Bloody
It's
hell!
dark. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Fuck.
I am going to take a moment to remind everyone that they have Sebastian Stan boons and could perhaps use those to get light.
I have one?
Why are you
Yes.
ruining my plan of letting
Oh,
me
I didn't realize I had one.
in the
That's
I already
dark?
forgot.
Mallory,
Had one.
what is wrong with you?
Listen, I can't kill I mean, I can kill Supernova. Dire King has another backup character, but I would be sad to lose Damien. I'm having so much fun.
Also, that one
Anyway.
time I yelled at Mallory for not telling me I got one. So
Yeah. Yes. So
I'm good, though.
Sebastian Sandboon can summon something from the sponsors, like Glory can, but you don't have any Glory. Or it can change a roll you did mechanically. Like you can use it to be like, no, I want to re-roll that.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you can use it to re-roll a roll.
Very interesting.
Which you cannot use Glory for. We don't
Right.
allow, but Sebastian Sandboons are special. So yes,
Special
you do have one
Sandboons are special.
because
I have one.
yeah.
I was just following the trend of
No, I
posting
love
Sebastian
this.
Stan because everyone else was doing it, so I didn't even know that it was like a thing.
Standard, that brings me so much joy. Yes.
I said everyone else is doing Sebastian Stan ones, so I have to also do that. It's clearly the thing.
All right.
What if I absolutely would have
I
told
love
you
doing fun
to do it
things that I
anyway?
didn't know about. All right, but Sunshine would know that he has a boon available versus
Yes.
me not knowing that. So, um, I now knowing that, sometimes like, okay, I was trying to go at this shit alone. Can I have some goddamn light, please?
Uh,
Into the void of the
yep.
sponsors.
You say that into the void of the sponsors. You spend your Sebastian Stan boon, and the little drone that's following you turns on a light. And now you have
Delightful.
yep, and now you
Just
have
there
a
with the light
nice
on the whole
pool
time.
of light around you.
Great.
You can see everything near you. Um,
Fantastic.
do you want to continue on, or are you going to go down the stairs? You can hear Chuckles down there making a lot of noise.
Uh, now that I've stopped, because I was like I like kind of stopped obviously when I kicked Supernova. So I'm gonna try to like help her up because I was like that one's on me. I'm not here to fight you normally. So we're neutral. Sorry. I'm just gonna try to help them up from the ground.
Okay, then we'll leave you there and we'll go to Hysteria.
Who is stabbing a pool of water with electricity.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Roll
I do want
your
to note that my like the way that the weapon works is I cannot get it from the weapon itself because it would have soaked the electricity, so it can't actually come back up at me.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll your 3d6 for me.
Okay. I got a 6, a 2, and a 4.
All right. Is it shameful or painful?
Painful.
Okay. So it is painful. You electrocute the water and 12 o'clock bursts out of it immediately onto you with a 6. So he is taking damage, but he is also giving you 2 damage,
Okay.
which I think will put you at half health is what I have.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, so 12 o'clock is out of the water and on top of you.
Cool. Cool.
When he attacks, you can tell that you are in a large chamber.
Okay.
And then, hang on one second. And large bats also fly at you. And they do 1 damage. And they're sort of obscuring your, vision.
Okay. Well, I have a large crocodile on top of me, which I'm not fond of.
Oh.
Sebastian Stan is a great man, for which we have boons.
Mhm.
I am going to. I'm going to look towards wherever I think the camera is because obviously it's seeing me being attacked by a bunch of things, and be like, "What do bats hate? Loud noises. Give me the loudest noise I can."
Ooh, okay. And you're using your Sebastian Stan boon for this, or are you using a glory?
I'll use Sebastian Stan and save the glory for if I need a health pack and soon.
Okay. Yeah, Bubbles was gonna use the health pack, but then you critted. So you use the Sebastian Stan boon and ask for a sound.
Something that will
And
hurt the bat's ears
yes,
specifically.
and dropped. You hear like a whir, and then one of those like megaphones with the siren gets dropped in front of you.
Awesome. Gonna grab it and hit the angry, like the button that makes it go really loud, angry noises.
All right.
I should have kept the voice box.
Go ahead and roll your 3d6 for me.
All right. Yeah. Well, I got a 4, a 3, and a 2.
A 4, 3, and a 2.
I'm gonna take 2 shame if possible. No, can I take 2 shame?
Nope. Mm-mm.
All right, so 1 pain, 1 shame.
1 pain, 1 shame to hit the bats.
I will say it is a loud noise. So, I mean, technically, crocodiles do have ears.
Yes, that's true. Crocodiles
And he's
do have
directly on
ears,
top
and
of
he
me,
is on
so.
top of you. Usually, it's your boon. I'll let you do that with your Sebastian Stan boon. All right. So you injure them. We are going to leave you and return to Chuckles.
Yeah, I mean, Chuckles is just going to attack the man in his arms, I guess, in his hand right now.
Yeah, do it. Go Chuckles.
Gonna go for it. Ooh, a 5, a 6, and a 2.
All right. I assume shameful.
Yeah, we're gonna go shameful for this one.
Okay.
He doesn't care about shame.
And you hit him for 2 damage, and he really can't hit you back. So he again is just terrified of Chuckles. Go ahead and roll again. Let's see if you can finish him off.
All right. Well, come on, Chuckles. You can do this. No, that's a 1, a 2, and a 3. He actually can't do this. And in fact, he gets hurt instead.
All right.
I did crit twice on the last one. That should have counted. I got a crit on a 5.
Yeah.
Wait, can I use my boon to re-roll that one?
Yes, you can use
I
your
was
boon
like, I
to reroll
can't.
that one.
I can probably do better. I can probably get 1 success, right? Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, a 6, a 5, and a 2. So we'll take the shame instead of the pain.
All right, but you do a 6, which is another crit,
Yeah.
and that is enough
And
for
what he does, because Supernova kids. Oh no, she can't see now, can she?
no.
All right. Well, what he actually does is he lunges forward with his jaws and just crushes this man's windpipe and then rips it out and
Amazing.
like spits it off to the side.
Does Chuckles take the tags?
Actually, let's see if he swallowed them because they're dangerous in his throat.
Yes.
That's a 4, so he swallowed the tags.
All right. Chuckles gets the
Yes,
kill and the tags.
He does have tags. You'll have to get them later.
And so it is announced that Chuckles got a kill, which leaves Kitten as the only one without a kill. It's not her turn yet, though, but I'm sure she's unhappy about it. It is Sunshine and Supernova.
Supernova seeing Sunshine get use the boom for that just goes, bloody fucking hell. And then to where she's hoping hers is, it's like, hello, sponsors. If you want me to continue to do well, I need light.
Your
I cannot
drone
see.
also turns on a light.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
Where do you want to head?
Let's continue on to the pathway.
Okay.
When the light comes on, Chuckles does look up and clocks who is standing there.
Good.
Well, it's technically Supernova on the ground.
So you come to this spot where there's a split. I say when you get there, you can see that there's actually, you're light. Now that you've got light, you can see that there's a huge chamber here. And you can see Hysteria fighting a crocodile and that there's a swarm of bats and also water.
This is a great place for you, Supernova. It's good to see you. Ow.
All right. Let's go with a scream. She tells Hysteria, hold your ears. And she's gonna do one of the arias. It's the aria of the Mad Night Queen.
All right. Are you aiming for the crocodile or the bats?
I am going for the crocodile because I'm gonna help my friend.
Yes.
A 1, a 2, and a 5. At least I crit.
Yeah, and you know what that crit does? Kill him. So good job stealing the kill from Hysteria the same way she's stolen from you.
I did not ever intentionally steal anything, thank you.
No, that
I
was
don't
an
think
accident.
she intentionally stole this
Nope.
either, but
Nor do I think that, but I appreciate you getting the giant crocodile off of me, essentially.
It is shameful and painful though.
Yeah.
So Supernova, you're in a lot of pain. The crocodile dies. Hysteria, the tags are right there in front of you.
I'm gonna take them.
Yep.
So is
I
that
know
down?
Supernova got her quota, so
Yeah.
I'm going to take them and be like, "Are you okay if I keep these?"
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect.
Okay.
So am I down to 5 or 6?
You have 5 health left.
5 health, got it.
And the bats. I think they're still mad at Hysteria right now. She hurt them. Ooh, Hysteria, they're really mad at you. They're too mad at you. They're 6 crit. Hysteria's in bad form. Hysteria has 1 health left. But it is. Oh, Sunshine, you made quota. You did stuff. Are you going anywhere?
I think that Sunshine at this point, the only thing he really could do now, knowing that the hyena is down there, he didn't want to go down there anymore. He was like, actually, I think I'm good. I think I'm actually good on that one. So the only thing he really could do would be like go back and get his other weapon. And he's like, no, I'm actually good on that one too. I actually don't want to see Kitten again because she's gonna be mad at me for stealing her kill. So I'm just gonna hang out at the front in the cave now. We're
I
actually
like
fine.
that Sunshine just sits down on the steps and is like, all right, I'm just gonna chill here.
He's like, I'm chilling. If someone else comes and gets me, I'll fight him. But like, I'm actually okay. You know what? It's fine. And he starts just like picking under his nails with his like other weapon and just like just hanging out because he's like, I don't have any real like I can either deal with the hyena, someone who's mad at me for stealing the kill, or I can sit. I'm good. I got quota. We're fine. Thanks, y'all.
Right. What a smog outlook. I love it. All right, it is Kitten's turn.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna try to attack Patches again because she's mad at both herself and Sunshine.
Correct.
You should probably roll for her, Mallory.
No, it's more fun when you do it.
No, 2 5s and a 3.
Yeah, those are all hits.
I say, did Patches only have 1 hit left?
No, he had
Oh,
2.
Oh, he had 2. Okay, well then, so she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Patches does not attack back. I think Patches likes Kitten. And he just continues to.
Oh, great, because now she's gonna feel really bad about this.
Yep, go ahead and roll for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she feels bad. She knows he'll come back.
Yeah, like see you next time. Ooh, a 6, a 4, and a 2.
All right.
I think this has to be shameful because it's Patches.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry,
We're down for
it has
that.
to be shameful. But yeah, she's gonna be like, "See you tomorrow, kid."
And just stab Patches. Patches expires.
I don't think she stabs him. I think she snaps his neck.
Okay.
He's small. I think she just like
Yep.
snaps it because she's like, he's in enough pain. I'm just gonna stop this now.
All right. So Kitten ends Patches' pain and takes her kill
the tags.
and her tags.
She's also gonna pick up. She's also gonna pick up that weapon.
Oh yeah, Sunshine's weapon. Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna return it.
Okay. So you walk down the hall where Sunshine went and see him on the steps.
Is the floor all stone or is it like a dirt floor?
It's like a dirt floor.
Okay, cool. She just because it's like a circular blade, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she just wants to sink it into the ground next to Sunshine. She's not trying to hurt Sunshine.
Okay. Yeah. So you just sink it into the ground next to him. What is
the ground? And like glare at him, and then kind of look down because he has a light, so they can kind of see what's happening in the chamber.
Oh yeah, she can. Yeah, she can see down the
Does the
stairs.
light show that there are flashlights in the corner?
Oh yes, it absolutely does.
All right, so here's my question because Chuck, you're gonna have to tell me what Kitten would do here. Chuckles is spending his next turn, doing what he always does, which is rend this body limb from limb, and then he'll probably start in on the next one
Yeah,
because there's two in there. Uh,
Kitten would not be bothered by that.
all right, cool. She'll go get a flashlight.
All right. So now you have light, and you also see two doors out of this
Actually, she'll
chamber.
take those tags because the body was with the flashlights, and Chuckles doesn't care. She'll take those tags.
Oh no no no. Chuckles swallowed the set, and Supernova found the other ones.
Oh, she did find the other one. Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
she fell down the stairs and up the stairs.
She got very injured. Never mind. Yeah.
But Kitten comes down here and sees two doors. Does she want to go through either of them?
Um, yeah, she'll go through the one farthest away from Chuckles.
Okay, so
He knows what's about to happen in this room.
Chuckles is over here, so she's gonna go this direction.
Oh yeah. She'll go. She can try to be quiet.
Yeah, she can go. With her flashlight, she opens the door to this room, and
What she's gonna do is, sorry, she's turned the flashlight on to see the door. She's gonna turn the flashlight off before she opens the door
okay, yeah.
and try and like slide in.
So you open the door. Kitten opens the door and steps in, and there is already some light in this room. There is a small little fire, and Cook is standing over it, roasting something, which is questionable. And I think they would notice each other at the same time, so it is player action first. Kitten gets to attack first.
Okay, did she know Cook?
No,
All right, cool. She'll just
I mean,
attack.
as a thrall of counts, and we all hate the count, so.
Oh, well then yeah, she'll attack Cook.
Mhm.
No one likes count. Oh, and that's 2 1s and a 3. So she does hit.
Yes. All right. So she does 1 damage, slicing him, but manages to get herself in the fire, and it's
Yeah.
kind of shameful.
It's fine. Princess can take care of her later.
He does not hit back though. He's too shocked having somebody break in. So that's where we'll leave Kitten, which brings us back around to Supernova and Hysteria. Oh, well, I guess it would bring us back around to Chuckles, but we know that Chuckles is just tearing bodies apart.
Yeah, he's spending the next turn painting that room red.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the bats are controlled by a bat man,
Girl, but yes.
girl. Darn. Either way,
who you can see now. She's like over on this step over here.
Okay.
Now that Supernova has brought all the light in.
It's very light in here. I'm going to. So the bats have been hit for 2 or 3.
The bats have only been hit for 1 damage because Supernova aimed at the croc. So the only thing that's hit them is your sound.
So I've only hit them. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing well.
That is an understatement.
Yeah, I'm going to
spend a glory.
Yeah, take a look at Supernova and be like, I will heal myself.
Smart.
And look at the camera and be like, I need the med pack.
All right. So you spend a glory and a med pack is delivered to you. Roll 1d6.
Come on, the lucky one. That's a 5.
A 5. You heal 2 damage.
Woo!
Woo! So you are now at 3 health remaining.
Still not great, but
still not great, but could be worse. The bats are going to attack you because you're the one who attacked them.
Yeah.
They do hit, so just 1 damage.
Okay.
And now it's Supernova's turn.
Yeah. I don't care about the bats themselves. I care about the person controlling said bats. So that is who I'm going after.
Okay.
A 6, a 1, and a 2.
All right. So I assume you're going to try and do damage.
Yep.
Okay. So you do 2 damage to her directly, but it
Right.
hurts you and it's shameful.
Okay. Does it hurt me too because it's a 1?
No, that
Okay.
double only happens if you roll straight ones in the same way that insta kill only happens when you roll straight 6s.
Okay.
1 is just a fail. She doesn't damage you, but she calls her bats back over to swing around and protect her between her and you. And that is Hysteria and Supernova. Sunshine is still chilling. Chuckles is still destroying. Kitten.
Yeah, Kitten's gonna try to attack again.
Yeah.
No one likes the Count's minions. We gotta get rid of all of them. 2 5s and a 1.
Hey. All right. I think still painful.
Still painful? All right.
She's not dead yet.
She's not dead yet.
God damn it. And Cook cannot hit her. So yeah, they're just gonna continue to trade blows. All right, back to Hysteria and Supernova. Hysteria, you're first.
Okay. I still have my bullhorn.
Yes, which will hurt the bats.
I'm gonna go over to Supernova because she's near the bat girl and hand it to her and be like, sing out, make them feel it. And then I'm gonna move backwards and cover my ears.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I will also, I guess, hold an attack in case something comes for me. Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
6, a 5, and a 4.
All right. So you get a crit, but you're using the sound, so that's going to be on the bats.
Okay.
Right? Because you're using that megaphone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's going to be on the bats. It is enough to take the bats out. Essentially, the bats were a soak 3 armor for her.
Okay.
But they have now taken 3 damage, so they are out. She does not have bats. Let's see if she can hit you with her fists. She indeed can hit you with her fists. You take 1 punched in the face damage. I think she probably hits the megaphone, which smashes back into your face and hurts.
Yeah.
Can I attack now that the bats are gone, or are we just gonna wait? I'm cool with waiting too.
Oh no, you can attack now because you didn't take an action. I'm fine with that. It just means that you will go last when we come back.
I will check in on Nova and be like, "Are you okay?"
She's kind of like, yeah, just kind of not expecting that.
That was beautiful, though.
Oh, thank you.
And now I'm going to try and stun Bat.
Yeah.
That's a 1, a 2, and a 6.
A 1, a 2, and a 6. All right. So you take damage and are ashamed, which I believe brings you back to 9.
Yes, that it does. That it does.
But you do 2 damage to her. And you used your stun attack this time, so she is stunned. She cannot take an action next time. We're going to return to Kitten.
I mean, Kitten's just gonna keep trying to attack that. Could you
Yeah.
try to grab the knife and stab him with it? Or
Yes.
one of his knives? He's got knives.
Yes, he's got knives. Please grab a knife and stab him with it. I love
Try to
that.
stab him with one of those knives and see if that works better or worse. Ooh, a 6, a 5, and a 2.
Well, that is real good.
I say, what do you want it to take? Harm or shame?
I think she takes harm still.
All right, she's down to 2 health.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
I know. She might use a health pack. She still has a boon.
I say I might have her do that because I will not let her die because I don't want to know what will happen.
Cook is also down to 1 health. God fucking damn it. And he cannot hit Kitten to save his freaking life. I got a 2. Do you want to go ahead and make one more attack?
Yeah, let's make one more attack. Hope she doesn't die. She has the knife now. She might as well swing with it. A 2, a 3, and a 4.
Well, she
Um,
hits on 3s, so
yeah.
she can
So,
use the 3 and then use the, well, no, the 2. She's still going to take 1 more damage.
all right, that's down to 1, man.
Yep.
I
But
think,
it is enough to kill Cook.
yeah, I think she doesn't stab though. She's gonna slice across the throat.
Yeah.
Do that. So he stands there for a minute with, and then just falls forward into the fire.
Lovely. He starts
Since she
cooking.
didn't take shame when he falls forward, could she use the knife to pull the tags off his head as he falls?
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely she can. That's great. So Kitten, it is announced Kitten has her second kill of the night.
Yeah. Is there
Uh,
anyone else in the room while she looks around real quick?
no, there's nobody else in this room.
All right, cool. I think she's gonna chill.
Uh, Chuckles has destroyed both bodies. Would he want to do anything else?
Let's see how. He's still frenzying, so he might smash through the other door, but
All right. He smashes through this door.
yeah,
And I need you to roll 1d6 for me.
that's a 3.
He smashes through this door and he runs into Remedy, and she blows a drug in his face that gets rid of his frenzy and makes him feel very happy and calm, at least
Aw,
for the next round.
yay. He's so happy.
So
Is it
he's
harming
going
them?
to, nope, it doesn't harm him. It just means that he will not attack her this time or next time.
Okay, cool. He's gonna
Mhm.
start stepping her.
Yep, so he's just going to sit and chill.
He's gonna step
All right,
like a puppy.
Hysteria, and she pets him for sure. Hysteria and Supernova.
It'd be Nova first.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. It is Nova first.
Yep, I'm gonna try one more time.
All right.
A 3, a 5, and a 1.
Okay. So you do take out Bats. Your scream leaves her prone and her ears broken open. You also take a damage and a shame. That puts you at 2 health remaining.
Yep.
Um, I gotta check and see. Uh, that is, I've rolled every time and she didn't care before, but now she cares. Um, so Bats falls with a yell, and the door that was behind her bursts open, and Revenant bursts out.
You gotta remember who that is now.
Yeah, right.
She's the tiny little Assassin's Guild girl,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and she leaps at Supernova for 1 damage.
Leaving me at 1.
Mm-hmm. But she has shrapnel knives, which will do another damage next turn on your turn, because they have bleed.
Yeah.
Unless you get yourself healed, which brings us to whether or not Hysteria is going to sacrifice a glory to heal you. You could also potentially sacrifice a glory to heal yourself next round.
Yeah, we're both really bad, but Hysteria is going to sacrifice a glory for Supernova
Okay.
because she's Momsteria.
Yep.
So she will call for another med pack and stab it into Supernova.
Okay. Supernova
1d6.
roll 1d6.
I got a 1.
You heal 1 health.
Okay.
The med pack always works. It just
Okay.
either heals 1, 2, or 3. So now you can take 2 damage. Yeah. But that was Hysteria's turn. Kitten, I think, is settled. Chuckles. Oh, is Kitten settled, or you think she's going?
No, she's done. Because
Yeah.
she'll open the door to the other room and just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna walk carefully through here. She don't want to slip. Chuckles is
Oh yeah,
nuzzling.
and then
Yeah,
Chuckles just nuzzles for one
he's
more round,
nuzzling
which
her and like
brings us,
licking her. He's like
yeah, all
he's acting straight up like a puppy.
Remedy's having a great
They
time.
won't be showing this.
Correct. They
She's
showed Chuckles covered in blood entering the door, and then they were like, "Oh, that was the end of the episode."
he's getting smeared with blood, but but he's also licking her.
That's fine. I don't think she minds the blood.
Like, yeah, we don't need to come back to them. Let's settle whatever this is.
All right, Supernova, it is your turn first.
Yeah, this brat's dying. Um,
I will let you know I am holding various things that are bleeding profusely out of my body.
yeah,
Yes,
she's
Hysteria is also dying. She's also at 9.
yeah, Supernova's
Supernova
gonna
doesn't have a oh, Supernova doesn't have glory to spend though.
no.
Not even if you earn it in
No,
this
because
game.
you don't earn it. Yep.
Well,
She spent her
So
boon and she has no glory.
yeah, she's gonna protect Hysteria and put herself in front and yell
Okay.
one more time.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your yell. This, by the way, is when you take your 1 damage. So you're back at 9. How'd we do, Dire King?
I'm
Do
rolling
you
a new
need
character.
do you need plot armor? We can give it
s-
to you.
No, it's okay. I got 2 1s and a 6.
No, you got a 6. So just don't take damage, but don't hurt her.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's shameful and you completely miss Revenant. You, I don't know, hit some rocks or something, but you're still alive.
Okay.
You can still be alive. It is Revenant's turn though. So we'll see how this goes. You tell me right now.
Like I said,
How
I
do
will
you
always
feel?
say this. The dice tell the story. I am okay if Supernova dies because I have another character.
Fire King is the one who just like goes through characters the fast. Oh,
Damien can send a boon.
I love this. Thank you.
I didn't know.
No, but that's great and it's perfect. And so a med pack at the end of your turn, a med pack, a drone brings a med pack and shoots it into you, and there's a message on the little screen of your drone that just says, "Told you have to take care of yourself, Supernova. But I guess I'll do it for you."
We got 45 seconds, y'all.
Yeah, roll your one, roll your 1d6.
I got a 2.
You got a 2, so you heal 2. You heal 2 health.
I'm up to 3.
Yep, so you have 3 remaining, which you lose 1 immediately when Revenant stabs you again. But that's okay because and I don't think you're gonna get another turn. It is Hysteria's turn. Hysteria, what are you doing?
Rolled 2 6s and a 5 to stab the bitch in front of Nova.
Okay. So you do 2 damage to her. It doesn't hurt you, thank God, because you are also at 9 health.
I know,
ma'am.
but we're out of time.
You stab her, and yeah, I would say, and the siren goes off, and time ends. While you guys are there waiting, you are obviously brought out. Remedy is brought out. Just still petting Chuckles, and then she gets taken away, and they take Revenant back out, and they gather all of you at the front of the cave, where the camera does its sweep around. Damien's gonna be so mad at Supernova. Thank you so much, Kane, for thinking about that, because I had been thinking about things he would do with his boons, and I then forgot about the fact that he could send a health pack. So shout out to Kane. The camera swings around all of you guys as you stand there at the entrance. And then the feed cuts out and we go back to the announcer who says, "And that's it for tonight's episode. We hope you enjoyed the carnage and we can't wait to see you again next week." The cameras cut out, the TVs cut out, sponsor ads play, and our hunters return to the green room.